brothers out there flaking and perking and scared to kick reality. Yo,
What up? Your boy Chili trying to put some things together. Got to pack some things up. Eventually, all this stuff I'm going to be moving around and get it all back to Arizona. Shout out to everybody that reached out about the easiest way to move this stuff. Shoes, I heard the best way was hit up a Foot Locker or hit up one of those spots that sells a lot of shoes. And they got the boxes that these shoes come in that'll fit so perfectly. So I'm going to try to do that. And then also I'm going to get a pod and pod things back to Arizona. So, man, I'm always so grateful this time of year after Thanksgiving and then heading into Christmas and then the New Year's where we get the opportunity to, really cleanse and move forward. I realize that, we're losing like half of our, prep coverage staff because football's over. So, the clicks aren't as prevalent, so or whatever the word is, and so people kind of disappear and fall back. And super excited to see what my guy Greg Rosenberg is developing over there with his Preps Hoops stuff, and also as a sponsor of his summer camp, Flight Club jumping on to help alleviate some of the costs to continue to give back. And on that note, I do got to shout out my sponsors, ALL.net, my guy Papa Heniosa, Mama Heniosa. They've been absolutely fantastic in supporting the Flight Club cause. Recruit ID jumped on, I want to say about a year or two later, helping to give back. Burrito Express jumped on about a year or two later. It seems like every year I'm gradually like just growing and grabbing new sponsorships and stuff. And I'm always so appreciative of everybody believing in the things that I believe in. So there's that. So basketball season is upon us, and there are some absolute monster teams. I know that there's some teams participating in that Tarkanian Classic in Vegas or whatever. I see Greg Rosenberg tweeting a bunch of stuff. Make sure that you follow him. Just find him, Greg Rosenberg, on Twitter. He's the only one. At least I think he's the only one. Every time I type it in, he's the only one that pops up. He's got a solid staff over there. Just make sure you jump over to his Prep Hoops AZ website. I should really put that somewhere on the bottom, but I'm one lazy right now. So I just moved a bunch of stuff. I'm wrapping things. Some things accidentally came here to California, so like I got to figure out a way to package all that stuff up and get that out to Arizona timely for Christmas, so that I can make sure that people have presents that I got presents for. Christmas came early for a bunch of people though, and since we're not really gonna have segments because my guy Gridiron is chilling inside the numbers segment. Let's see if I can find this real quick. I want to show him some love. He's always such a big part of the show, and I really, most of the time I can't really do the show without him. So I do want to put this up here. As a little testimonial to him and all the cool stuff that he's always helped out with over the years, being a co-host / producer of the Two Piece. Let's see if I can find this, just so everybody can see how our guy Gridiron is living. Let's see. Boom, found it. Got it. Our guy Gridiron over here never one to abandon his Inside the Numbers segment, which is always one of the most popular segments. Inside the Numbers, 2,164 miles from Phoenix, out there in Nassau in the Bahamas. My man absolutely living the good life. So shout out to Gridiron. Shout out to our guy Gridiron for getting to take some time to himself and Mrs. Gridiron. I wonder who's watching the cat. Just because I know he's got a cat, but cats can they're self-sufficient, right? They can live by themselves for a couple days at least, because they just do their kitty litter thing, and then they can free feed and stuff like that for the most part, from what I know. So there's that. Christmas coming early for a handful of people. Some names that I want to get out there. I want to show some love. Super talented. One of my favorite guys from the state of Arizona climbed his way up from Chaparral. Sean Paul Brophy documented that was Coach Dillingham's first quarterback as a freshman OC over there at Chaparral. Coach Carroll, who's currently the head coach at Chaparral, was in on that. So, Oklahoma State football getting a super talented offensive mind, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. Coach Brophy is going to be absolutely amazing over there. I know he spent some time at like Incarnate Word, Washington State, University of North Texas recently, and then obviously climbing to the Big 12. So we're going to get to see him a little bit, kind of making the rounds and stuff. So this will be a lot of fun. Buckle up, because we've got a lot of these guys that are about to, make their presence felt. And a lot of them kind of have like some Dillingham ties. Here's another one, just so we're all clear. Want to show some love. Keep spreading the love is what I'm trying to do. Another super talented mind over here. My guy, Jordan Somerville, also was a assistant under Dillingham over there at Oregon. After Oregon, went to coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, passing game specialist, assistant quarterback coach, as you can see up there. Super talented coach, definitely on the rise. Coach Baker Mayfield, you can read all this stuff. Magazine is definitely putting all the information out there. But he'll be taking over at Cal. And I think that he'll be the offensive coordinator over there, and recruiting heavy, and he'll make the Valley a priority. So definitely somebody that everybody should be following, supporting, showing some love to. Make sure that you follow him, Jordan Somerville. Look him up. Got a lot of Valley ties, a lot of Valley roots over here. Played some ball at Corona del Sol. Little brother went to Saguaro with some of those super dominant juggernaut teams. So, he's definitely a guy to keep your eye on and follow and support. And then finally, another guy that I want to show some love to, my guy over there, most recently at Michigan State, as an offensive assistant over there, Coach Pflugrad. It is flu season over there at JMU. JM Flu is taking over in Virginia as a quarterback coach. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch what he does over there. I think that this staff is coming together really, really nicely over there. And JMU making a lot of noise over the last few years, kind of turning into the Boise State of the East, if you will, because obviously JMU in Virginia or whatever. I believe JMU's in Virginia. I could have this totally wrong. So somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Somebody in the comments hit me up and get me right. But follow Pflugrad, follow Somerville, follow Brophy. Pflugrad was also the OC at NAU, played some ball out here at ASU. So definitely gonna make Arizona a priority. They're all gonna be recruiting in the state. They're all gonna be showing some love. If you think you can play at that level, make sure that you. I would follow them. I would follow them, support, and there's that. Look, regarding recruiting, man, we got a lot of camps coming up. Don't pay outrageous prices to get it into a camp. Most of this stuff should be free. You have to pay for travel, obviously, but don't overdo it. I don't want anybody doing anything crazy and breaking their backs financially to do these camps. Get involved in some sevens. I know that Tucson Turf just had their tryouts over there at Mesa. Youngstar had their tryouts out there in Cali, but they got a lot of Arizona kids. They got a handful of Arizona kids on their squad. I hear that D1 5-star is coming back. I know that Jalen Strong's got a team that he's putting together. The Dolphins are going to be fun to watch. Coach Barra is super excited about what he's got over there, and I know some of the guys that he's bringing in, so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The AZ Angels, a program that Coach Peters over there at NAU, recruiting guy, Coach Peters over there was heavily involved with the AZ Angels, so I can imagine that they're going to definitely make sure that they have a solid product out there. Going to be a lot of fun to watch those guys work. there's a thousand sevens programs out here. The Broncos, I think they changed their name. Showcase, man, there's so many, and shout out to all of them. I want to make sure that I show the love. Don't forget, Battle Flag is coming to Arizona. They are kicking off their flag football event in the state of Arizona. I heard my guy Coben Bourget is involved with that. The Bourget family going to be deep with that because I know Rylan Bourget, super talented flag football player. So they're going to have some of the top players, top programs competing nationally. It's going to be a lot of fun to follow that with the girls flag football thing just blowing up as we head towards the Olympics. And now the NFL talking about, supporting the whole flag football movement. That's gonna be a lot of fun to keep up with. Other things, obviously, battle 7-on-7, red zone 7-on-7, overtime elite. People keep asking me how many sevens events should my kids go to? Should these kids go to be involved with? I think 6 is about the right number. If you end up in 5, cool. If you end up in 7, also cool. But I think 6-ish is about the right number. That gets you about one every 5-ish weeks or something like that of the 7 seasons. So if your all-star 7s team is doing 6-ish tournaments, that should be cool because you got to think January, February, March, April, May. So every 3 to 5 weeks, you should be competing high level. And I can't wait to see some of these teams from out of state. Oh yeah, the Common Hype team. I got to show them some love too. I heard that team is going to be super legit and a lot of fun to watch. They got some Basha ties, so I expect to see a lot of those guys going to work. I know Tucson Turf. They're going to be having Don Barjona from Williamsfield. They're going to have Jake Rogers from Basha, Open Division champion. They're going to have Talon Scott from ALA Queen Creek. The Dolphins, I know that they're going to have my guy Braylon Casper, super talented wide receiver, 27 class. They're also going to have Sawyer Hales from Queen Creek holding that thing down at quarterback from what I am told so far. Also, Cash Park from Chaparral. Super talented, explosive receiver from Chaparral. He's going to be on that Young Star team making plays. So it's going to be fun to watch them work. Listen, I want to make sure that, everybody gets their due. So just, hit me up, tag me and whatever. Football related, I'm trying to support as much as possible. Shout out to ASU. I do want to show some love to ASU. All programs. The girls basketball program going insane. Molly Miller or Moy Mir, whatever Doug Tamaro tweeted out, doesn't know how to take an L. Currently undefeated. I believe that she's still undefeated. Bobby Hurley, he's got his team fighting. Love what Mo's doing. Love the big fella. Pig, solid ball player. I think they just need to work on the bench overall, work on some depth. And I think that they can get that thing right. So, can't complain about anything that Molly Miller is doing. I think that she's going to have this team prime and ready for, the NCAA tournament. Hopefully she can sustain this success. Listen, it's tough to win them all. So, at some point she might take some lumps, but I think she'll be okay. And then locking Dillingham up, I think Michael Crow stepped to the plate and knocked that thing out the park. You gotta be grateful for the action that he took and how quickly he moved. Him, Rossini. I think Rossini's been amazing in his time as AD, trying to make sure that he communicates the importance of what the football program's got going on, what they're building, and being a huge advocate and supporter of that. So. Some things regarding the football team that I'm super curious about. Like I just haven't heard about Levitt landing anywhere. And I wonder if that door is open for him to come back. I always see for the most part, Coach Dillingham super positive in the relationship building and supporting and never burning bridges with a lot of these players and coaches and things like that move on to other programs or opt to try to move on. So, for whatever they think is best for themselves. But I just haven't heard anything about. I just haven't heard anything about Sam Levitt moving on. Like I heard that he was jumping in the portal and things like that, but shopping around or whatever. And I know he didn't make the banquet, but I wonder if he would be welcome back. I wonder, what that would be like. I wonder if there's a better quarterback in the portal than him. I think he's super talented, and I thought that for a while. I thought that going into Michigan State, like I thought that he could be a guy over there. I didn't know that the Jonathan Smith thing was going to be crazy, but there's that. And shout out to Michigan State. They did hire a great coach. I think that Fitzgerald's going to be absolutely amazing over there. So there's that. But your boy Chili, one thing I do want to say is Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has the best Christmas ever. I hope that everybody's able to spend the time with the people that they care about and the people that are important, the people that have supported them and that they support. Make sure that you guys are able to break bread and enjoy the gift openings and all that stuff. Short 2-piece because I do got no guests. I just wanted to make sure that I got a lot of this stuff out of the way. And as we prepare for the new year, next week, gonna have my guy Gridiron back. I'm gonna bring Gridiron back so that we can talk about a couple things and go inside the numbers. Hey, we're gonna be breaking down sevens teams in January like usual, and we do got a special thing coming up, something special. So stay tuned for that. I do want to front sell that. And listen, shout out to all my media guys out there, all the ones that work hard, all the ones that work part-time, and then all the ones that go ridiculous. The landscape, the community, it doesn't exist without all those media people. Even the ones that chase the clicks, like it's all good. I do want to shout out all those super hard working graphics guys, camera guys, the timeout devs, the Pete Knows, the West Side Sports guys. I saw my man Timeout Dev with the slick little comment the other week about I'm a WSS guy. Listen, I'm a heavy supporter of that movement that they got going on. I'm not gonna lie about that. Connor's definitely got that thing going the right way, and they seem to know their lane and they're staying in it and creating a lot of cool content that we just didn't have before, and really opening that door, that presence on Instagram that I feel like kind of wasn't there before and is now growing and flourishing. The Bamboo folks, I think that they do a great job also. Shout out to my guy Ball Dogs AC. Hey, I do got to show some love to my guy E-Visions. I know that he's going to be out there at a lot of basketball games, so I'm trying to troll him a little bit and support him and see what he's got going on. He says Sunny Slope is one to watch. Mesa's one to watch. He said don't dump on Basha yet that that they've lost a few games, but he believes that they can kind of make a little bit of a run and do some things. So there's that. I'm wondering what's going on with Perry, not just a football situation, but I'm also wondering what's going on with the whole basketball situation, because I know they lost a lot of guys, and I'm not talking about just Koa Pete who went off to Arizona. Heard they lost a lot of guys to prep schools or something like that, and coach and all that. So I'm curious to see what's going on with them. Hey, whoever's cooking in basketball, make sure y'all let me know. I saw the South Point girls, Xavier girls, and that was a heck of a battle, if you will. So I just want to see people work. I want to see people work and support. Shout out to Seton. I got to see Seton and Ben Franklin go to work. That was kind of cool. That KJ Fausti kid can make it rain. My man can just get buckets. And then Talon Spear, and there's another kid. Oh man, there's another kid on Ben Franklin who is so good. He was like a little guard, giving them buckets, and he was tough. So your boy Chili, 20 minutes. I'm gonna make my way out of here because I got some packing and stuff to do. I appreciate everybody. I love everybody so much. Shout out to everybody that's always contributed, show support, and held me down. Anything else, let me know. Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Holler at your boy, Just Chili TV, YouTube, and on TikTok. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe, show some love, hit the like button, leave some comments. Let's get the chat going or whatever. I'm always down to. I will always respond to whoever wants to chat it up. try to keep the positivity. Listen, I get that there's haters out there, and I know that people want to throw shade, but like, let's try to keep the positivity going for the sake of the community. Other than that, your boy Chili, I'm gonna make my way out of here. Forks up forever. Y'all know the deal.